don't talk too much about it.
Yo, what the fuck is up, people? You hear that shit? Do you hear the beautiful music I bring you guys? Listen to that.
Ain't no real big secret, all the same somehow, can't get around it.
Dude, this is a rare find, dude. And once I explain what this is, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. Just listen.
It don't really matter, maybe you'll believe what you wanna believe. I said,
oh, beautiful fucking music. What the fuck is up? This is the Constant State of Annoyance podcast, and I am your host, George Blaha. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for misclicking. I'm just glad you're here. That song, by the way, that song is Refugee. And it's a song that I don't think I've ever heard about it before. But someone took the song Refugee, right? It's a punk song. And then they apply chickmunk voices to the punk song of Refugee. But then someone else took the chickmunk version of Refugee and slowed it down to the 16th speed. And that beautiful, glorious song that I just showed you is that Chickmunks on the 16th speed, Refugee. But let's just get right into it, people. By the way, there's no video this episode. I'm taking a little vacay. I'm not gonna bring my green screen with me, although I do have a fantasy. I do have this sick, dirty fantasy of being a complete, I went balls deep. I put all of my chips into podcasting and comedy, and it didn't work out right. There's this dark, dirty, scary, yet kind of interesting fantasy that crosses my mind once in a while, where I'm just still holding on to this dream. I'm 53 years old. I'm under a bridge, and I'm wrapped in my green screen cloth, dude. That's my blanket, and I'm still trying to be an influencer, whatever the fuck it is that I'm actually trying to do. I'm still trying to do comedy, and I still have 30 listens on each podcast episode, dude. I'm just walking around the street, dude, with my fucking LED lights that I use to equally shine my green screen. I'm just still balls deep. 53, a failure. I ate up my father's inheritance, and all I have is my LED screen, my shitty laptop that's all dinged the fuck up. I'm so poor that I don't even have an antivirus on it. You know, that's the worst case scenario. And I think about that, dude. I think about the worst case scenario because sometimes I just wake up and I have panic attacks. I just think about, my decisions in life. What am I doing? What have I been doing up to this point? And it's scary. It terrifies me, dude. It completely terrifies me. By the way, I am on vacation. I went to Virginia. I'm in Virginia right now, but I've been unemployed for 2 months, which is relatively a short amount of time, dude. And it's just, when you don't have a job, when you don't have a shitty occupation, when you don't have this activity that you're forced to wake up early to do every fucking day that just tires you out, dude, you just you start thinking, dude, you get into your head and it's evil and it's dirty and dark in there, dude. And my decisions are very questionable. Especially during the pandemic where I can't really do stand-up, can't really, the only place that I have to, manifest my creativity is podcasting and videos that I do once in a while that I put, way too many hours in it just for them to get 14 likes. So, that's my life right now. That's how my dream's going. And also, I don't have a bachelor's degree. I do have an associate's degree. And the job market in Puerto Rico is pretty ugly. It's pretty ugly. We have a great Tinder, right? Our Tinder is the fucking bomb, dude. I've met amazing chicks, dude. Most of the profiles on Tinder are right swiperonies, dude. You will go for that shit. It's great. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. But the Indeed.com in Puerto Rico is just so dark and depressing, dude. Call center jobs for $7.25 an hour. You know, most employers in Puerto Rico, for some reason, don't even know what Indeed.com is. So, like, a lot of people don't post job openings online. It's a shitty job market, dude. A shitty job market where most people are not treated well. So I moved over here because the Indeed in Virginia is fantastic. I'm going to be here for like a month. I have like a month and a week. I have 5 weeks to make it work, to see if I could figure something out. But the Tinder here is lacking, dude. The Tinder is, gross, dude. Not only the Tinder, but just like driving around the street. I haven't said damn in a while, dude. Like, I haven't looked at a girl in Virginia yet, and she's made my nostrils flare in excitement, my eyebrows jumping onto the top of my forehead, you know? I haven't seen a chick that's made my toes curl in excitement, dude. Like, I still haven't encountered one. I don't know what it is, dude. Virginia is just filled with uggos, dude. No pelvical distractions for me in Virginia, dude. I am laser focused, bro. Which is great, but like on a biological level, you kind of want to do, you kind of want to just go for it. You really kind of, you're always hunting, dude. And it's just like, if I was like a hunter-gatherer, right, and I was like thrown in like the prehistoric era or whatever, whenever, woolly mammoths, not holy mammoths, where woolly mammoths are like stomping around the world, dude. There's no woolly mammoths, dude. There is no fresh, warm meat, dude. There's just a bunch of, skinny ass birds, dude. Skinny ass birds birds that are only covered in like overly chewy dark meat. That's what there is in Virginia for me to feed upon. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather just like intermediate fast until I can figure out a job, man. The dating market over here is just, I don't know. And I thought, if you look at the news, like when they, because if you're not here in the United States, at least Virginia, again, the United States is this ginormous, I don't even know why I'm explaining that, you don't fucking know that, but if, United States is this ginormous place, but if you watch the news, like, the way they're presenting the COVID crisis, it's like if it's the end of the world, it's like if fucking, morticians are playing corpse Jenga, at the funeral home. I just thought everyone was dying. I thought that, like, there was going to be much less fat people. I thought, like, it's about time we, like, start eliminating some of, the ugly herd. There's a ginormous, amount of just, fats and uggos, people who have just been consuming and doing nothing for all their lives, and we know this, and we know it's wrong, dude. People with like shitty immune systems, people who drink 3 sodas a day, dude. They consume way too many salt, and I just thought like I was going to go to the States and everyone was going to be lean, everyone was going to be young, but dude, all I've encountered in this place are fat old people, dude. It's the craziest thing, which, by the way, being fat and old has to suck, dude, especially if you love pickles, because your arthritis impedes you from opening a pickle jar. That has to be a nightmare. But, dude, no, it's just so, I'm just like, there's way too many old and fat people alive here. So I decided to bring the Puerto Rican COVID variant to Virginia, dude, just to get the Lord's work done, bro. Okay? I wonder how many people believe that, like, COVID is the rapture. If COVID takes your life, you're the chosen person of God. This is the new rapture. I'm surprised that there isn't any COVID religion, or, I think I've talked about this before, or that there's any type of, like, people who are super spreaders, like there's a group of super spreaders, and like the super spreaders are people in like high positions, like a bunch of billionaires who are like not affected by the devastating COVID side effects. They just, they tested positive for COVID and didn't even feel a pinch, didn't even feel a little flick in their skin. They just have the virus and it's just inside of them and they're doing nothing, dude. It's doing nothing to them. I'm surprised that there aren't people claiming that their bloodline or like they are superior as a type of person, I'm surprised that there isn't a group of super spreaders, gaining control, coming together and being like, you know what, we need to start a Holocaust for all these, high risk people that are impeding us to live our lives back to normal, to get our fucking lives back. But dude, I decided to bring the Puerto Rican variant to Virginia. Because these people, we can't keep on, Virginia cannot keep on doing this. So I brought the COVID Puerto Rican strain over here, dude, and it's a very nasty strain. It's a different type of strain, dude. Nasty, gross. Because you won't only lose your taste and smell for months upon months after you catch it, you will also lose your taste of music. Okay? Those beautiful indie playlists that you've been working on for months upon months? Down the drain. Deleted. Zero emotional attachment. That collection of vinyl that your dad left you after he overdosed. He probably has Chickmunks on the 16th speed on vinyl. You're gonna look at that and feel nothing. Throw it in the trash. Anything that you cannot air hump to, anything that does not induce violent and strong urges to air hump, to dry hump your fellow American, goes out the fucking window. Bye-bye, beautiful taste of music that you acquired after being bullied and neglected in high school. No more. Adios. I'm telling you, the Puerto Rican strain of Corona is nasty, dude. Nasty. You will feel not only sick, you won't only feel dizzy, you will feel car sickness whenever you are in another car that isn't a Toyota Corolla. Whenever you aren't in a Toyota Corolla, you're gonna feel extreme wooziness. Car sickness to the max, dude. Your stomach is gonna bubble. You're gonna feel a violent urge to diarrhea the fuck out, dude. To shoot violent and powerful splurges of digestive juices whenever you're not in a Toyota Corolla, dude. And you're gonna have to desperately find one. And the scientists aren't gonna figure this one out. The scientists are not gonna figure this one out, dude. Because everyone has the Puerto Rican variant over there, in the main island in Puerto Rico. But no one feels this effect, dude. No one knows it, dude. But whenever you get into your Range Rover, I haven't seen one Toyota Corolla here. It's the most amazing fucking thing in the world. I'm so fucking happy, dude. I'm so fucking happy. I see a bunch of Camrys, dude. A bunch of Camrys. Like, no one has time for a fucking Corolla, dude. One of the most praised cars in that goddamn hellhole of an island. I'm so happy to not see people with modded Corollas overly proud, that they own a car that was meant to be sold to the lower middle class. Whoop did he fucking do, dude? Great accomplishment you've got there. Also, the Puerto Rican strain of Corona. It will physically wreck you, mentally, leave knowledge gaps in your brain, dude. It will cause brain damage. You will be incapable of making great pasta. You will be incapable. You will be putting adobo into meatballs. You will be ruining it all, dude. I don't care if you're Italian, dude, because once I spread this shit in Virginia, dude, once I spread this shit in Virginia, I'm going to Italy, dude. I'm going to Italy, and I'm going to put a bunch of stock in Chef Boyardee, dude, and I'm going to get all those Italians to forget their roots, just with my strain of COVID, dude. And once they all forget how to make pasta, they're all going to be fleeing towards Chef Boyardee, because that's the last and only thing that's going to be left of the Italian fucking culture, dude. Truly. Italian's the only reason that anyone needs to learn, that people want to learn Italian is if they want to be chefs, dude. You know? Just speak French. Just speak like a widely known language. I'm done. I'm done with Italians, dude. I'm done with Italians getting known just by their food. They do nothing else impressively. Just the food. It's just this beautiful, like, it's just a Whole Foods, dude. It's just one country that's this ginormous, fresh Whole Foods. Drives me nuts, dude. If Italians would have never figured out pizza and pasta, dude, no one. That would be a dead language by now. Mamma mia, no one would be doing that. Mario wouldn't be a fucking Italian, dude, because it would be a nation that no one thinks about or cares about, like Ethiopia or one of those Middle Eastern countries that I cannot pronounce. But I'm telling you, dude, the Puerto Rican COVID strain will destroy your ability, dude, to make any sort of Italian food. And a lot of people don't understand this one, but this is like I feel like this is a stereotype that should be spread around more about Puerto Ricans. Like, it's weird, you know, they put oil while they're cooking the pasta. It's like, what's that about? They always overcook the noodles. One time I was served. I'm not gonna say who. I'm gonna keep it quiet. I'm gonna keep on the DL who did this to me. But it felt like a direct attack to my persona. I go to this person's house, and I was hungry. I will admit, that's on me for not eating. And they asked me, hey, do you want me to fix you a plate of some pasta with meat? And, you know, it's just like pasta and like ground beef and like, you know, tomato sauce, hopefully seasoned. You know, I do the same thing when I'm lazy, whatever. You know, it's not the most fancy dish in the world. It is trash pasta. It is a trash pasta dish, but you could make it good. You could make it nice and enjoyable. So I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. You know, so they hand me a plate. I go to fix myself a plate. And when I go to reach for the spaghettis, they're still submerged in water. The spaghetti's already cooked. They already cooked it. That part's done. But the spaghettis are inside the pot, and there's water on top of it. And I'm befuddled. I'm completely confused. Why are they still like, I don't know what's I don't know how to feel about this. But I already said yes, and I was hungry, so I'm like, I'm just gonna have some spaghettis, and I'm gonna like overly top it off with the meat. So I served myself the spaghettis, you know, served myself the ground beef, and dude, just nasty. It was just like eating paste. What kind of person leaves their spaghettis submerged in water after they're done cooking? And then I asked, like, hey, why are the spaghetti submerged in water? And the reasoning behind it was they wanted to maintain the noodle hot. So in their head, you know, yeah, let's just let it keep on cooking. I'm telling you, dude, they put adobo, dude. They put adobo on chicken parmesan. It's the most disgusting experience you ever had, dude. Never let a Puerto Rican cook you pasta. They will claim that they know how to make lasagna. Don't believe them. Don't let them do it, dude. Just do not let a Puerto Rican bring a lasagna platter to, you know, to like a Christmas party. Never. Throw that shit away. I don't care if it hurts their feelings. They should fucking know better. You know? The only reasons why Puerto Ricans don't culturally appropriate is because they just don't know. They're not good at it. They're not good at doing other concepts. if it isn't rice, beans, and like, chicken or pork. They're so confused by the whole process. They just don't know. We cannot culturally appropriate, dude. You ever go to like I'm telling you, if you go to Puerto Rico, don't go to like, I'm not saying don't go to a steakhouse. There may be some like nice steak houses in San Juan and whatever. But don't go to a place, to like a hamburger place. Puerto Ricans fuck up hamburgers all the time. All the time. They just have no notion of how to do it. They suck at sandwiches. It's like, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I'm done. I'm done with the same thing, dude. I'm done with the same thing. Puerto Rican food is only good during the holidays. Nothing else. Good riddance. I hope I can make it work here, because I do not want to go back. And I've been looking for jobs. I went to Indeed. There's a lot of juicy offers on Indeed.com. There's probably shitty jobs, but again, what they're, the pay that they offer it's far superior to the job market in Puerto Rico. It's pretty interesting, being able to go on Indeed and just truly like be excited about it and whatever. See all the different opportunities, and also, Virginia's a bigger state and whatever. But there's so many things. There's so many offers. There's so many mini malls, dude. There's this mini mall that I swear to God, it's like a mini mall behind a mini mall behind a mini. I've never seen anything like this, dude. It's crazy. It's a very interesting place. There's a lot of businesses. There's a lot of places that are thriving. I'm into it, dude. But I've been like, submitting resumes here and there. And I've noticed this trend. There's a trend where, where you click to apply on Indeed.com. And most people, I don't want to say most, but I like to say like 60% of the jobs you apply on online, they have the option for you to upload your resume. You just put your name, your number, and boom, you're done. You can get that shit done in under 15 seconds, which is amazing. But then there's the other 40% of people, of HR managers, that think that it's a good idea to put some extra hoops in the way. Because since they're too lazy to simply open an attachment, what they decide to do is they want you to fill out a bunch of text boxes. And it's not with like very specific and, questions that they really want to know. They want you to fill out all these text boxes that contains the information that's in the resume. Like, for example, in my resume, that's where I put all of the, previous jobs that I have, and, all the experience, what I did in the job, what were the tasks, what were my responsibilities in my, in my previous employment. But then these people want me to put exactly that in a text box. And not only that, but then they'll limit the text box, to like, what were your responsibilities in your previous job, to like 300 characters. So now I have to shorten what I already put on my resume, which is already attached to my submission to that fucking job. Why would you make me do this? Why do I have to already fill out all this information, which is a pain in the ass? I have to fill out all this information, They put these hoops in the fucking way that takes 25 minutes just for me to apply for a job that I'm probably not gonna get. I have to put 25 minutes of my life. I'm not clocked in. But some fucking HR manager that hates everybody because obviously if you are working in HR, things didn't work out for you. Your dreams didn't come true. Your soul is broken. Your life isn't going the way that you want it to fucking go. So then you try to make everyone else's life miserable by putting all these extra hoops so that I could get some fucking $12 an hour job. I fucking hate HR managers, dude. If there is, dude, I'm telling you, if I ever join a terrorist organization, right? Like let's just say that like the dollar drops. You know, United States is just set on fire. Just like multiple cities that are just like destroyed, dude. Detroit style. You know, Detroit times 2. Just like multiple, like just the state of the United States. It's just terrible, dude. The dollar dropped. There's a lot of people living in tents, right? But the government's still under control. They're doing like a poor job, and they're the ones that are fucking everybody over. If I ever join a criminal organization, dude, I will join it with the intention to bomb an HR convention, dude. Anyone, dude. If there's a human resources convention, dude, oh boy, dude, strap the dynamite around me because I'm going in, dude. Not only for me, for all of you, because people who are looking for jobs know exactly what I'm talking about. And thank God I'm not like desperate, you know. I have people that like, you know, I'm surrounded by people who care about me, people who are helping me out, you know. I'm staying at my cousin's house. Like I'm not in a desperate position, dude. But to think that people that, you know, have multiple children, dude, you know, they are digging into their savings account and they're about to run out, like, and they desperately need a job, and then they have to jump through all these bullshit hoops placed by human resources, dude. Human resources. You know, a bunch of fucks who couldn't pass, you know, the classes of the concentration that they initially started in college with, dude. A bunch of failed biologists that just settle to human resources to make mommy and daddy happy, dude. A bunch of people who wake up grinding their teeth, dude, angry to go to a job that no one respects. No one respects your human resources shitty fucking job. It's not a real job, you know. Fuck you and all the time that you spend on making sexual harassment PowerPoints and pamphlets that no one really wants to read. You put so much work into, you know, into your job to do stuff that no one really cares about. You're just there so that the company doesn't get sued. Fucking human resources are the losers whose job is to put the boring rules in the workplace that makes your job a hell. Fuck human resources, dude. Making me jump through all these hoops, dude. For like a $10 an hour job, dude. Making me take tests from, like, fuck, don't make me take tests. You know what? I'm gonna go fuck yourself, dude. You know? But I have to go here and just hope that on my resume I chose a font that makes you feel like I'm a responsible person. That I used the correct font. Did my choice in font make you feel like I'm a trustworthy person? You know? Did I organize? Did I use the correct template for my... Like, it's just bullshit, dude. All this stress that I feel over my resume, all this stress that you feel when you're writing it down, is it good enough? Do I have enough keywords or whatever bullshit that I'm supposed to, you know, write down on one piece of paper? I'm supposed to like, you know, my resume is just like my whole life just piled up into one bullshit piece of paper and a template. Like, fuck you, dude. All this fucking stress that I feel over a resume, it fucking pisses me off, man. But it is what you gotta do, you know. It is until, you know, civilization, you know, destroys itself and I join a terrorist organization and blow up an HR convention. But I don't know. I'm happy here. I really hope things work out. Also, I really want to talk about the amount of people over here in Virginia that just don't wear masks, you know. And I don't, look, when it comes to masks, I'm not one of these, you know, I haven't joined the mask crusade, like, you must wear a mask, you're killing my grandma, you know, these people that are like believe that, you know, you're a granny killer. Which again, do we hate boomers or do we not hate boomers? Like what, like people, like, I don't even know anymore. Are old people racist or are they not racist? Like, can we please figure something out? You know, can we have a consistent point of view for once? But we don't. We seriously don't. I see a lot of people about masks. And I will say I do get angry when I see fat old people without masks. Because the reason why all these lockdowns are put in place, the reason why a bunch of businesses have closed forever, is because of people like you fuck. So if you're not protecting yourself, dude, like I just want to punch you. I seriously want to cough in on my knuckles and just shove it as deep inside your face as I possibly can, dude. Because all of this is to protect you. You fat, disgusting old fuck with 4 years, with 4 Christmases left to experience. You know, and some person that like poured their whole life savings into, I don't know, a cereal bar, whatever bullshit they tried, you know, whatever bullshit dream they tried to make true and made true, is now destroyed because of you. You know, and I don't know. And again, I don't know if like masks work the way we're using it. I think that you really, if you want it to work as much as we're hoping that it works, you're supposed to change your mask every 2 hours, but people are not doing that. People are wearing the same mask for 8 hours. And when you wear a mask, like, you know, even for more than 2 hours, dude, it starts getting wet. And from, you know, I read this in a place. I don't know how true it is. Again, don't listen to me. I'm a fucking moron. But it made sense to me. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I question everything. I question the people in positions of power because everybody has ulterior motives. And when you wear a mask, right, for more than 2 hours and it starts getting wet, that becomes a net for bacteria. This is the way that you know, this is how it was explained to me on whatever place I read this. So it's like if you have a wet mask, you're just attracting more bacteria than what you are, you know, keeping it out from, you know, from your face. But also, from my understanding, like, you wear a mask if you're sick to protect other people, right? So I guess that's why people get mad, you know, with anti-maskers and whatever. But if you're wearing a mask and you're trying to protect others because you may be a super spreader, you know? God, super spreader. Dude, if you are like a hooker, dude, like the super spreader of the month, if I had a strip club, dude, you know? Instead of employee of the month, the super spreader of the month. But, you know, sometimes I just question, sometimes I just don't know, you know? And it's just like, we've been in this whole bullshit for a whole year, right? All this shit has been happening for a year. People have lost their businesses, they've lost their livelihoods, and it's sad, you know? And we're still in the same place, you know? And most people are wearing masks. Like, most people aren't anti-maskers, you know? And shit's still spreading around. Like, is it truly for, like, the, you know, I don't know, 10% who are anti-maskers? And I feel like I'm being generous by saying 10%. You know, has the pandemic really kept on going because of these people? Like if I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we all wore masks and we all stayed home, we all did what we had to do. But again, you can't stay home because you got to go out and make money. But let's just say that we have the economy semi-going, you know, and everyone wears a mask. Let's just say that everyone wears a mask. Will the infection rate go down? Will Corona just stop killing people? Stop, you know, will people stop getting infected? Because if that's the case, then the government has to up its propaganda game. I'm tired of seeing, like, wear a mask propaganda. You ever see those, dude? You see them on planes, you know, when you go to the airport, when when you're out on the TV. Wear a mask, save a life. Like, do you ever feel like, oh my god, I'm a hero because I have a cloth on my face? You know, I fucking hate propaganda. I always see through it. I always see the bullshit. Just, you know, someone created this piece of media to be like, do this, or if not, you're a bad person. You're a granny killer. It's tiring. It's boring all the fucking time. But, you know, then you look at the cases and they keep on going. And it's like, is what we're doing working? Is it wrong? Have you been wrong all this time? You know? So I don't know. I'm not saying don't wear a mask. I'm not saying that I'm against them. I wear them. I don't care. You know, I'll do whatever the fuck I have to do. But it's just, there's a point where it's annoying. And if, like, you know, if we really want all this to stop, if we want the anti-maskers, the quote-unquote Republican racist anti-maskers, I'm not saying this, you guys are saying this. This is what everyone's saying. The reason why the pandemic, there's people who actually believe this. There's people who actually believe that the reason why the pandemic is still going to this day is because of the Republican racist anti-maskers. And they are the reason why they're fucking 99-year-old 3 Marlboro Light packs smoke, they're fucking 99-year-old that smoked 3 packs of Marlboro Lights a day, who was 600 pounds, died, or whatever the fuck. And I'm not saying that, to take that term lightly, this is someone you love and I understand, but it's like, is it really them? Is it really the Republicans? Is this really like this political thing of like anti-maskers or racist anti-maskers? Because if that's the case, the government has to better their propaganda. That's truly all I'm trying to say. You can't have the same propaganda and believe that like wear a mask, be a good person is going to get each and every individual. You have to have the same message and package it in different ways. And that's my gripe with all of this. If you want the anti-maskers to wear masks, the quote-unquote racist anti-maskers to cloth up, what you have to do, what the government has to do, is make racist pro-mask propaganda. That's what they have to do. Right? If Corona is truly this like existential threat to humanity, and whenever someone complains about, them losing their business, losing their job, well, that's just a sacrifice that people have to make for this pandemic. These are normal times. You have to make sacrifices. If people, if we really have to sacrifice everything, right, to fight this pandemic, the government should say, fuck our image. If we want the anti-maskers to wear masks, if masks are effective, as all these fucks say, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just questioning. I'm just asking questions, I'm just scratching my chin and going, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm brainstorming. I'm trying to help. If you really want these people to wear masks, you have to make better propaganda. And you have to make racist propaganda. And you don't get there. You don't get to that point by censoring people on Twitter who say the contrary, because censorship never works. Never works. But obviously, the government wants to go there. The government wants to go to, censoring the wrong opinions on social media. Like the Department of Truth is coming. The Department of Truth is happening, folks. It's coming. And my whole point, the reason why I'm saying this, the reason why I'm getting slightly political and this show suddenly became a conspiracy theorist podcast, quote, not really, I'm just questioning things, but why some people may perceive this segment, this part of this episode as a conspiracy theorist episode. The reason why, there is a reason, there is a payoff. Because since there is going to be a ministry of truth, I want to work there. I want to get ahead of all of you fucks, and I want to be part of the Ministry of Truth. I want to be part of the propaganda media team, because I understand how this works. You cannot say the same message, mask up, in this like bullshit square way. You have to repackage this message in different forms to reach everybody, which is why right now, I'm going to audition for the future Ministry of Truth, because I've missed out on a lot of opportunities. I missed out on Bitcoin. I missed out on the fucking GameStop short squeeze. I missed out on, being a 12-year-old who knew how to code. I've missed out on a lot, and I'm not gonna miss out right now. And I prepared a racist pro-mask propaganda to get all these quote-unquote right-wing racists to mask up. So enjoy, and please tell me what you think. Here we go.
Ordation is under attack.
Deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
More than 4,000 deaths in just one day.
Our culture is under siege.
Nabisco stock rise 25% today after announcing the release date of their Oreo cream fortune cookies. American children are still reading. They simply switched from books to scrolls.
We must protect ourselves from this biological invasion.
I had Corona 3 months ago and I still can't taste anything. The only flavors that I can currently experience are soy. Just soy! I can't have Chinese takeout anymore!
It's time to fight back now, because before you know it, they're going to change the Liberty Bell to the Liberty Gong. Be a patriot, protect your country, and wear a mask.
That is what I made. And I gotta tell you, I'm ultra proud of what I made, and that is better than half, or not even half, most the propaganda, the pro-mask propaganda that I've seen out there, which is disgusting and it's just so squarey. Wear a mask, be a good citizen. Fuck that, dude. That type of bullshit, that type of packaging, you know, if you package that message and that type of wrapping, it doesn't appeal to everyone, dude. If this is truly the existential threat to humanity that we have, this is the type of shit that the government is going to do. Make propaganda racist again. And you'll see, dude. You'll see. I will not be, dude, some podcaster, some loser podcaster that never made it, living under a bridge, wrapped up in his green screen, trying to fight off the cold. I'm going to be the head of the Ministry of Truth. That's what I'm going to do. I'm selling out on all my morals, and I'm going to start censoring all of you fucks who speak out against the government. Anyways, let me look for the inspirational quote of the week. But anyways, I have a segment on this podcast where I say an inspirational quote. I love inspirational quotes. They really help me get through my week. And the inspirational quote of the week is... No, there's no sound button this time. The inspirational quote of the week is, "The secret of getting ahead is getting started." Mark Twain. I really like this quote. Obviously, you need to begin to be able to get to the point wherever you want to get. But if I was dyslexic, the way I would read this quote is, "The secret of getting ahead is getting tarded." Anyways, that is the podcast. I really hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. If you're not following me on social media, hey, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. If you really love this podcast, hey, recommend it to a friend. Please, that helps a lot. And if you love this song, dude, which I know you do, it's Chickmunks on the 16-speed Refugee. You're welcome, motherfuckers. If you really enjoy this song, if you really enjoy the song recommendations that I give you, you can say that this podcast sucks. But the songs I bring you fucks, oh baby, they do not suck. Please leave a 5-star rating on iTunes. That helps a lot. But anyways, that's the podcast. I'll keep you motherfuckers posted. Peace the fuck out! Thank you, kind stranger, for clicking on a random video that has 17 views. You're amazing. It's because of people like you, that shitty artists, or people who think that have talent keep on living, and they're delusional.